Welcome to Main Pod Girl.
This is a podcast made by popheads for popheads.
Every episode, y'all can check in with us while we discuss your burning questions, as well as what's happening in pop music.
Throughout this series, we'll be chiming in on our favorite recent discussion threads and diving into the latest pop emergencies.
I'm Sola. I'm an alt-pop R&B artist and songwriter.
And I'm AJ Marks, also an artist and songwriter.
And we have Popheads mod and friend of the pod, Noel, here with us today. You may remember him from our third episode on our 2020 recap.
Hi everyone, it's good to be back on what is definitely the best podcast on the internet.
Also today, we have a super special artist guest, none other than the winner of Brit's 2021 Rising Star Award and listed as one of BBC Sound of 2021. We have electro-pop artist, writer, producer, stylist, creative director, and fashion designer, Griff.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Could that list get any longer? Hi,
We're
guys.
gassing you up here.
I know, I love it. Hi.
It's a CV for the ages.
Yeah, it's the best.
So of all those things on the list, I think my favorite is probably producer. I love the production of your songs.
Thanks.
Is that like really important to you, like being able to produce your own music?
Yeah, like I don't know, it's just the way I've always written music. Like my dad just like had Logic on a laptop when we were kids, and so I just started. I remember discovering it and realized I could just like lay down my own vocals and like harmonize. And like as like a 9-year-old girl, I feel like everyone thinks they can sing when they're 9 and tries to do harmonies, but I could actually do it on Logic, and it was exciting. And so from there I just kind of taught myself how to produce, and I think it's such a rare thing for girls to produce, which is weird, but that's why I'm trying to just keep it being my thing, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I was going to say, did you play instruments before you knew Logic?
Yeah. I kind of was a bit bad at piano. I still am, and a bit bad at guitar.
Retweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can fake it till you make it.
Absolutely.
In
If you know
recordings.
the kind of 4 chords, then
Exactly.
4 chords
can write
plus
so
Logic,
many songs.
you can do
Yeah.
quite a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. What's everyone been listening to? Is there any music that we should not be missing out on right now? Let's go with AJ. I'm putting you on the spot.
Oh no, not me first.
Yes, you first.
Should listen to this artist that I've been listening to a lot recently. Her name is Griff.
I knew you were going to say that. Good one.
I actually have been listening to a lot of Griff recently. So for me personally, I've been really into the PJ Harding and Noah Cyrus duet.
Me too.
Wait, you too?
Yeah.
Nice.
As soon as August came, I was like, oh, guys, you've given me August after July. Oh,
Yes.
love it.
Yes. Apparently they wrote them in the same month or something.
Oh,
I was
love
like,
that.
so it's like an intended sequel.
Yeah, really good.
PJ Harding has only released 2 songs.
I know.
And they both slap so hard.
I think that's so cool. Just like, oh, no biggie. Just release 2 songs with Noah Cyrus.
Yeah.
How do you even get to that level? Like, are they just besties or something?
He must be a writer.
Yeah. He did July with her and I Got So High, I Saw Jesus.
Oh, yeah. That was a good one.
Her 2 best songs, in my opinion.
Yeah.
All right, Noel, you've had your chance. Are you ready?
I've had my chance. Okay. I won't say Griff, even though technically I have.
Stop it, guys, please.
Completely rogue, but I've been listening to a lot of Miranda Lambert.
Miranda who? Who's that?
Interesting.
Just because she performed at the Grammys. I'm not like the biggest country fan in the world, but
Oh, wow.
I really liked her Grammys performance.
I've never come across her, so I've just like...
Oh my goodness.
I've Spotified her, and I was not expecting that from you, Noel. Got to say.
I know. It's a bit
Wow.
of a weird one. It's a bit of a weird one, I
Wow.
gotta say.
Born and raised in London, and the country music is
Yeah.
calling you. Wow.
I've been in a yeehaw mood.
Saying that in your accent?
It's so bad. I'm sorry for that.
I was going to say, technically, I had a yeehaw pick as well. So
Much better in your accent.
Sola, what country music have you been listening to recently?
Go on. Who's your yeehaw moment?
Jesus, but I was going to say, does it have to be country now? Because now I'm...
We've
now I
gone...
need to go through.
This is niche.
Yeah. I've been kind of all over the place. I randomly was like, I need some more angst in my life this month. I've been feeling
Okay.
rather angsty.
Mood.
So I went to revisit Post-Human Survival Horror, the new Bring Me the Horizon album.
Wow.
Yeah, so I've been enjoying that. And then also like Isaac Dunbar.
Wow, you're all educating me.
Oh, I
here.
do love Isaac. Yeah, I love Isaac.
Is it Dunbar or Dunbar? Because I've been obsessed with him too, but I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Dunbar sounds more dramatic.
Doesn't it?
Dunbar, yes.
Dunbar.
And also, it just reminds me of the beer Dunbar.
What kind of music is that? Who is he?
It's like pop music, but he like dips a little bit into hyper pop.
Oh, he looks cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really cool.
His music was played at a Popheads event that I was hosting, and I remember just in the moment just being like, oh my God, what is this song? What is this song? This is so good.
Okay, I'm going to check him out.
Yeah.
And he's only like 17, so
Love that.
he has a long career ahead of him.
I was going to say, similar to you, he has like incredible single artworks and like really thinks things through.
So, Griff, what have you been listening to?
God, why do I feel nervous?
You're good.
What have I been listening to? Caroline Polachek.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep,
What are your
yep,
favorite
yep.
songs?
Top
5 right now.
So Hot You'll Hurt My Feelings is the most commercial one, but it's my most favorite. And maybe Look at Me Now. If there's like a guitar one, it's really beautiful, yeah. And then who else? I went back to Francis and the Lights.
I know them.
They've done stuff with like Bon Iver and Chance the Rapper. It's
Okay,
really
yeah,
cool.
okay.
Yeah. What else? Like Phoebe Bridgers is a classic.
Phoebe Bridgers.
I like how she's a classic now.
She is. You're no longer slightly niche and indie when you listen to Phoebe. You're like, you know that everyone else who thinks they're indie is also listening to Phoebe Bridgers. So
All I did on my last appearance is just talking about Phoebe Bridgers the entire time.
yeah.
Can confirm.
I was just like, oh, people to look out for next year. Phoebe.
Yeah. Yeah, how long has that album even been out for?
Less than a year.
Controversial. I prefer the one before, to be honest.
Oh, really?
True. I'm with you on that one. The one with the dog.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, because you're British and because we were talking about this before the podcast started, I have to ask, what is your go-to meal deal? And for any people who are not British who are listening, these are like daily deals. They'll sell at like supermarkets. You'll get a main and you'll get a side and you'll get a drink.
The thing is, this is a very extensive question, and we could talk about this for hours, because are we opening it up to all supermarkets? Because
Yes, of
each
course.
supermarket kind of has different meal deals. Okay, so my favourite shop to go to for a meal deal, I think, I want to say it would be Tesco's.
No! I was just arguing about
Tesco
this. Yeah.
supremacy.
Go on, Sola. What's yours? Don't say Sainsbury's.
No, it's definitely not Sainsbury's. My go-to out of just like the standards would be a Co-op.
Yes.
I see it. I'm with you.
But I just have to say, Boots meal deal is the supreme meal deal.
But I feel like you've got bigger budget than all of us, because I feel like Boots and Co-op is like 50p more.
It's not like I do
That's
it all
true.
the time.
Boots is bougie.
Megan treats herself to a Boots meal deals.
I've only had like 2 or 3.
Also, Boots, I don't know. Something in my head does not want to go to Boots for food. I'm like, I feel like I'm going to taste the paracetamol in the tuna. Like,
Yes, agreed. I did not even know they had meal deals.
I didn't either. So I've only had it like 2 or 3 times, but it is the supreme meal deal. Like the sides in particular. It's the sides that get me, because you can get like yogurts, ones with the fruit at the bottom.
Wow.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's fancy. The others are only here doing crisps, fruit, and chocolate.
No, I know. But yeah, the only reason why we ask is because I'm literally eating a Co-op meal deal right now. So.
Okay, all right. Well, let me tell you, my meal deal would be, I don't know, it changes. Today it would be, well, you go to Tesco's and you always get the naked smoothie, because you feel like you're saving money, because you look at the price of it and how much is it? It's outrageously expensive.
It's the most expensive thing.
And you feel healthy for doing it.
You're already on cloud 9 because you're like, fuck, I've like cheated the system and I don't know how.
Exactly.
I get the green one, I think, and then the naked one. And then it's either a pasta or a wrap, and I'm not really sure. Some days it's a hoisin wrap. Some days it's like the normal, like red pasta.
You know what? I tell you what.
Go on.
If I'm going to the studio, like, because that's usually when I'll get a meal deal, is when I'm like traveling, I will always get a wrap. But pasta's for more of those days where you're just like, let me just sit out in the sun.
Yeah, true.
Treat myself.
Yeah, you've got nowhere to be.
If you
You've got
have the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. So we'll go for hoisin duck wrap. And then for the snack, I've got a sweet tooth, so I'll either go for like a carrot cake or, now this is controversial. How do we all feel about, is it Serene?
Yes, Serene.
The like fiber bar, the
malt loaf things?
Yeah. They do tiny little ones of them.
Oh my God, yes.
Those are so good.
I've never had one of those.
So yeah, do with that what you will.
So we wanted to ask, the first most important question. Just get it out of the way. How do you do your bubble ponytail?
Yes. Oh my God.
I wasn't sure what was coming there.
And are we allowed to know?
See, I've always envisioned that one day, Vogue is going to ask me on to do the beauty secrets, and that's the moment that I really...
Oh, so you're not going to reveal it for us now?
Like all the hot models that are there, and they're like, oh, this is how I do my natural no makeup look. Like, that was my moment. But how do I do it? Basically, obviously, it's not my hair.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Expose.
Did you actually...
you say obviously. Clearly, it wasn't.
Well, guys, come on.
It would have been impressive if you'd been like growing out your hair since you were like 9. You were like, oh, I know I'm going to be a pop star in the future.
Yeah, maybe,
I'm going to have this bubble ponytail look.
It is an outrageous amount of hair, though.
Are there balloons involved?
No balloons involved. That'd be very fragile.
Is the blonde at least real?
Yeah, the blonde is real. Sorry, I feel like I've told you Santa's not real. I'm so sorry. Is the blonde real? The blonde is real. But do you know what? I'm growing it out because I'm sick of it. At the beginning of lockdown, everyone and their nan got the blonde. And I thought, what's going on? This is rubbish. So do you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm flat, guys, but it's too much. So it's still there, but I don't think I'm going to re-bleach it. I need to figure out something else.
Maybe back stripes?
Yeah, maybe something. Yeah. But yeah, you just kind of whack it up and then you put in the kind of ball ponytail. And then each time you got to
That's amazing.
Yeah, cut the hair so it's got that like blunt cut.
I remember, I think that was the first thing I saw from you was like, I saw the artwork and I was like, I gotta check out that song. I think it was Forgive Myself was the first song I heard.
Oh, that's a good one. If I do say so myself.
I was gonna say. So for this mixtape that's coming up, June 11th.
That's my birthday.
Is it? It was for you, Sola.
Is there a reason it's a mixtape as opposed to an EP?
There's no extensive reason. EP, I think you associate with 5 songs, and we have 7. And I'm not ready to make a debut album yet. That shit's scary. And also, I feel like when I make an album, I want it to do really well, and I don't think I'm at a point yet where I'm like, there's enough people who've discovered my music, or I don't think people are ready to hear an album from me yet. Yeah, I don't know. That territory is just scary, isn't it? Like going into album mode. So yeah. I almost don't want to lose my album virginity. So we're sticking in mixtape territory.
That's totally fair. That's totally fair.
Mixtape sounds fun too.
Yeah, it makes me sound cool, like dropping my mixtape,
I have a kind of spicy question.
Go on.
What's your least favorite song from your first EP?
I like this question.
And most favorite.
No, it's okay. We can leave it least favorite.
Spicy.
Least favorite is, I want to say Mirror Talk maybe, or Paradise maybe, or Mirror Talk, which is funny because they're both singles.
Paradise. Interesting. Paradise is like, I think either my first or second favorite.
What's your least favorite? I don't mind.
You know what? Let me pull it up really just to make sure.
Personally, I love Sound of Your Voice. That's like my favorite song.
Thanks, that's my favorite. Good taste, Noel.
Sound of Your Voice is your favorite. See, the lyrics in Didn't Break It Enough, like, okay, I just gotta compliment you real quick.
Before you completely like rip apart my whole EP.
No, I was going to say, like, the whole point of songwriting or the whole challenge of songwriting nowadays is, like, you have to say something that is so universal, but just, like, hasn't been said before. Or, like, in a way that it hasn't been said before, but the concept is very familiar. Didn't Break It Enough. I always strive for, like, how can I say something that's conceptually not groundbreaking, but the way that it's presented is like poetic. It didn't break enough. Such a good example.
I really appreciate that.
That's probably my favorite song, but I like your vocals on Paradise the most. Moment?
Least favorite.
My least favorite.
That's fair. Moment is, people either love it or hate it, to be honest. I don't know. It's special to me because I wrote and produced it when I was like 15. So when I listen to it now, I kind of can't listen to it because it is a bit messy and everywhere. But then I do kind of love it for that because it's just like, it was the song I got signed on. Cute. And like, it was just one of them cute little nostalgic things. Yeah.
Oh, damn. The song you got signed on?
Yeah.
Sucks. No,
don't know what they were thinking.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
No, I love everything from that EP. But
thanks. Yeah.
If I had to pick, it would be my fifth favorite. You've like released a bunch of singles over the past couple years, and now you have a mixtape with Black Hole on it, but not the other singles. I'm just wondering, is there a reason Black Hole and these other songs are linked into a project, or do you just not want to like have the slow drip of all these singles anymore? Or
what's the reason? Do you know what? Things just keep changing around. I wish I could say there was some artistic reason. Basically, we dropped Black Hole at the beginning of the year, and then now we're just trying to figure out if it's doing well or not, and it feels like it's doing well on radio. So we did have a single, but now we've pushed it back, but then we've told everyone it's June 11th for the mixtape. So it's kind of just boring timetable logistics. That's the reason why we've only heard Black Hole off the mixtape. But we do have One Foot in Front of the Other as a single before you hear the mixtape, so you will have heard 2 songs before.
Tasty.
You get the whole shebang.
Are they all like connected in terms of like, did you sit down and think, I'm going to write a mixtape, or were they just a bunch of songs that you were like, yeah, this really works together?
They were. I didn't sit down and like flesh it all out. I would love to be that artist, but I could never be. I just write songs when they come, you know? So, but they were all written this year, and I think they definitely do all have a common thread of just like, it's called One Foot in Front of the Other because I feel like that's just a picture for everything, like the way you approach life, relationships, love, everything. It's like that cautious, like the artwork's me on a tightrope, and it's just that feeling of cautiously taking another step and knowing that at any point you could fall. And so I think running throughout the mixtape is that feeling of just like figuring out adolescence, not really knowing what's going on. Yeah, taking another step, really.
At risk of having another Santa's Not Real moment, is the tightrope photo real?
Santa is real. I did really learn how to tightrope. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got in a Cirque du Soleil dude, and he like taught me. Like I didn't know how it was going to work. I was like, guys, let's try and figure out like a tightrope shot. And then I got there, and then they were like, yeah, you're really going to do it for real. And I was like, oh snap. And I learned it. Yeah, but Santa is real, but the tightrope was only like this high. So if I fell, like I was on a crash mat, and then we just shot like upwards. But I fully like learned how to tightrope. It was really difficult.
So sick.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Would you say that singer, producer, or songwriter is more important to you as a title?
Songwriter.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's just the funnest part of it all. I think I was like, before I even knew what I wanted to be in music, I just knew I liked writing songs. So I don't know if I ever wanted to really, really be an artist. Like, I don't think I would have died for that. Do you know what I mean? But then I started getting a lot of people being like, you should be an artist. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. But I think for me, the first love is always writing songs. And I think producing is part of that. So, yeah.
So for all the songs that are not on the mixtape, did you record those in a studio? Did you record those at home?
Bit of a mix, actually. Like, Black Hole was in a studio. But then, like, Forgive Myself was all at home. And then, Love is a Compass, that weird Disney song that I did, was actually at home as well. So, there's been a mixed bundle.
Which is wild that the Disney thing could come just from, like, your bedroom, basically. That's like such an incredible experience that must have equally felt surreal, given that you just did it on your own, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I mean, that one was weird because I didn't write that song. So that actually felt like really weird, putting out a song that I'd never written. And I was a bit like, ugh, does this not feel credible? But then also it's like, it's Disney, so I can't really say no.
Right.
So, and it's Christmas, so I can't really say no. So I was totally up for it. And I think it was a nice moment. And it was a great, obviously, like exposure thing for me, like the fact that Disney would want me to sing on the ad. But production wise, I like reproduced it at home and then recorded all the kind of BVs and vocals and stuff from here. So yeah, it's been like this weird juxtaposition of like having all these big, like, I don't know, like huge commercial looks, but actually they're all being made from my little tiny music room in a little village in the UK. So yeah.
So I initially got into your music. I was kind of just like, the newer stuff was coming out, and so I was listening to that. And then this year I got around to like the beginning of your discography, and I was like, Eternal Flame is the first one? I was like, interesting. Like a cover as a debut single.
No, it wasn't debut, but it was one of the first ones, yeah.
It's listed as the first song on Spotify.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it is, isn't it? No, yeah, Mirror Talk was first. I think maybe it's because I did 3 singles and then Eternal Flame and then the EP, so then those singles have gone in that order.
Got it.
Well, that was so random. Like, okay, confession, I'd never heard the song before. And then basically what happened is John Lewis wanted to use it in their Christmas advert. And so they were like, we'd love to hear how you would do your own version for our Christmas advert, blah, 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 blah. So then I like spent hours slaving over production and rearranging it and making it sound good. But I'd never heard the song before.
It's a very John Lewis Christmas ad song.
Yeah. But then, damn it, they went for Bastille and did, I don't know, it wasn't as good anyways. It was a different song. Oh no, I just can't fight this feeling anymore. I think they went with that one with Bastille and didn't choose my one. So I was a bit bitter and I thought, fuck him, I'm going to release it anyway. So yeah.
Well, clearly that was the right choice.
Yeah. And then a year later, you know, I came full circle and did a Disney Christmas advert instead. So, you know.
You said fuck John Lewis.
I did quietly say fuck John Lewis. If anyone from John Lewis is hearing this, though, don't take that personally.
Yeah, we love John Lewis. Yeah, we love John Lewis.
Yeah. I'm not actually bitter anymore. I'm good.
Yeah, we're not bitter if the sponsorship comes through.
Yeah,
I know that everyone's asking you this, but you got the cosign from Taylor Swift.
T-Swizzle.
You are a big Taylor stan.
Yeah.
What was that like being noticed by her?
Like crazy, like honestly crazy. Like I kind of have just stared at the tweet over and over again, like trying to read it.
Is the background of your phone?
Oh, it should be actually.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Half of me is like, oh, she's just being nice. And then half of me is like, no, like that's fucking cool. Like I didn't expect her to see it at all. So the fact that she said she was a fan, honestly, like I feel like I can retire happy now. If I was to retire now, I'd be happy because Taylor Swift knows who I am.
Collab in the future?
Like if she'll have me, like Taylor, if you're listening.
So we're now going to move on to the question for the culture. That is where we take a discussion question from the sub and we kind of just roundtable it. So this week's question comes from user OtherSide4. They ask, take out one essential album from a Legends or Faves discography. How would their career be different? Discuss.
I already have one in mind. I think the essential Katy Perry album is Teenage Dream. Even if it's not her best like album, it has like all the songs that kind of made her break through. I don't know what her career would be without it. Like, yeah, imagine going straight from One of the Boys and then like waiting 5 years to release Prism.
If you took out Teenage Dream, I feel like she'd just be a little less like bubblegum. From One of the Boys to Prism, One of the Boys like rock chick, I kissed a girl, like yeah, fuck, I'm cool. And then Prism was like, I'm trying to be cool again, like I'm dark, like dark horse, like, so I think she'd be a bit like, whereas Teenage Dream was like, oh no, I'm like bubblegum pop.
I feel like bubblegum pop, whenever I think of that, I think specifically of Teenage Dream, like the album cover.
Yeah, totally. The cover.
Literally.
I feel like that was like the era where she like established like, I am a music videos artist. Like, whereas like there hadn't been many before her. Like there had been like, like, I don't know, like Madonna, Michael Jackson, very much music video artists, but they were more like singles artists kind of thing, or albums artists. I feel like she was the first one who was like, my main thing is going to be music videos, and it's not just going to be like one viral music video. It's going to be like 50 in a row.
Interesting.
Even before Teenage Dream, like the Thinking of You music video.
Oh, that was great.
Oh my God, made me cry.
Yeah.
Made me cry.
Emotional.
User Fat Daddy 543, I just wanted to say that name, suggested was Breakaway.
What would we do without Breakaway in Kelly Clarkson's discography?
Since you've been gone. Sorry,
Exactly.
Yes.
Breakaway, her Breakaway era is Kelly Clarkson.
Behind These Hazel Eyes?
Because of you. Wow.
Because of You. Yeah, that's the big one for me.
Yes, like all of her biggest moments are from that. If you took away Breakaway from Kelly Clarkson, I don't know if we would have Kelly Clarkson.
No, I don't think we would.
Other than being like the first American Idol winner, I don't know if we would have remembered her if she didn't have that era. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, especially because after that, she only had one kind of big song, because she went like really dark after that. Like she had like My December, and she only had, what was the song from that one? But it was just like, it was a top 10 hit, but it was like kind of fleeting. And then she came back with like My Life Would Suck Without You, kind of like very much that 2009 pop rock kind of style stuff.
Great era.
I don't think any of that would have done very well if she never did Breakaway, though.
It's so true.
What Doesn't Kill You Makes You Stronger was like such a big song. But I feel like everyone's love of that song as a big hit came from the goodwill of having Breakaway as an album already.
Now, let's talk about Coldplay albums.
Yeah, let's talk about Coldplay. What album would we take away?
Milo.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yellow, whatever Yellow's on.
Whatever Yellow's on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The first album, I think.
Ghost Stories, that's quite late. The thing is, they had at least one hit.
I think they have a lot of albums that people wouldn't care about. But I think the big album at the beginning with like all the hits like Yellow,
Parachutes,
or maybe like Viva La Vida. If they never did Viva La Vida, I feel like they wouldn't have had that big surge. Do you know what? If they didn't have Viva La Vida, maybe iPods wouldn't have done well, because that was like that big iPod commercial song.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah, that was a very like iPods are new kind of song. Like that takes me back.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about Katy, Kelly.
I know, I'm trying to think of more artists.
Taylor Swift. If we removed 1989.
If it went straight from Red to Reputation.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, no. That feels awful. Yeah,
Can we just, I think Reputation would have been a huge flop.
Well, it kind of was. Like, I love it. I personally love it, but I think generally it was perceived as a flop. Look, What You Made Me Do, I suppose, like, broke records. But yeah, without 1989... I don't know.
Do you have a favourite Taylor Swift album?
Well, I think my loyalty lies with Fearless, because it was my first Taylor Swift album, and I can recite most words from every album, but I think it has to be Fearless. And then 1989.
Yeah, without 1989, I don't know if Reputation even would have happened.
No, yeah, it's true.
No, probably not.
Yeah, because she had to kind of do a contrast.
Now let's get into our top 5. Our top 5 for this episode is our top 5 Lorde songs. She hasn't released music in a bit.
The production still stands up.
It does.
I was listening this morning. I was like, damn, this is 8 years old? That's like, wow.
So my number 5 is from Melodrama. It is Liability.
Yeah, so well written.
Liability is like such a good song. And like when you get to that point where she's like talking about herself,
I wish
and you're
I
like,
wrote those lyrics.
Yes, exactly. Everyone I know is like, I wish I wrote that lyric. It's so good.
Yeah.
And then number 4, a lot of these are production based, like picks, but Liability completely lyrically. Like I'm obsessed with it lyrically.
Yeah, completely lyrically, yeah.
My number 4 is from the Love Club EP. It's called The Love Club.
Banger!
So good. I did have that on mine.
I had it on mine and then I took it off, and now I'm
I know, me too. Now I'm second guessing.
It's okay. I'm glad to provide the Love Club representation, because I don't know. I just don't know why that wasn't on the like actual version of Pure Heroine. It's one of her best. So, beats me. But my number 3, a little bit basic. It's from Pure Heroine, Team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just love the groove. Like the beat it just gets me going, you know?
First time I heard that, I was like, oh.
Yeah, I just love how it motivates me. I don't know what it motivates me to do,
but it does.
But it motivates me. My number 2 is not even on an album. It's not even on streaming anymore.
Oh, how niche.
It's No Better.
It sounds quite modern. I mean, all her music sounds modern, but it sounds like quite up to date.
It was, if I remember correctly, it was 2013.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
But I will never forget that. I'm like, why did she erase that song? It's so good. Oh, you guys are going to hate my number 1.
Oh my gosh, go.
Because it's Greenlight.
Oh, that's your number 1?
Hey, I get it.
I did not expect Greenlight to be even in my top 5. And then when I was making this list, I was like, damn, this song gets me energized. And it just stands out so much from the rest of her discography that it
does.
I felt like it was oil and water. Like it just floated to the top, you know?
Wow, I like that. That green light, I want it. Don't you want to be in a crowd singing that?
Yes.
I give it that. It's a good fist pumper.
Okay, I like that. I approve.
Who wants to go next?
Noelle. I'm volunteering Noelle.
Sure. My pick at number 5 is Yellow Flicker Beat.
Yes!
Interesting.
Yes, from the Hunger Games soundtrack.
That is such a cool song, honestly.
Yeah.
It's so cool. It's a really, really cool song. It kind of feels a little bit different to what she usually does creatively. Yeah, it's a really cool direction. I kind of hope she does more stuff in that vein as well. It's like really, really cool. Number 4 is a melodrama pick. It's Homemade Dynamite.
Nice.
Weirdly, there is that remix with, who's on it? Post Malone?
Yeah, Khalid.
SZA.
I really like Post Malone's verse on that.
Yeah,
I'm
I love the
ambivalent
remix.
about the other two, personally. But it's really good. It's still really, really good.
You would think SZA on any song, I would just instantly like it more. I don't know what it is. It just feels shoehorned in.
It did. It felt like Lorde has her. Lorde for me is like this like weird being that lives in her own world, and it felt like they'd come in and they didn't really belong.
Broke the fourth wall.
Yeah, like I think they just didn't really know their way around it. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she's kind of built her own secluded thing, and I don't think they needed to come in. I also don't want to know how much they paid for all those features.
That's true. Like, it's star-studded.
Post Malone must be at like at least 100K. Like, who knows?
This was like 2017. This is like after Congratulations.
True, they were all coming up, to be honest. Like, SZA,
yeah, they were all on the rise.
Lorde is definitely the biggest one out of the four of them.
Oh, okay, yeah,
that's true. That. That's really weird to think about, but Lorde was big then.
That's well funny, isn't it?
See, I understand what you mean by it being like not in the same world, but that's kind of what I liked about it. I liked hearing these guest verses in a Lorde world. I thought that it was like something that we never hear.
I'm glad it exists. I think it's really, really cool. And I think they almost exist completely separately to each other. I still prefer the original. Like, the original is my number 4, for sure.
I was going to say, I don't hate on the remix. I just prefer the original for that reason.
Yeah, exactly. Same. My number 3 is The Louvre.
Oh, The Louvre. Yeah, The Louvre, yeah.
I think that's just a fan favourite. I just really like that song. It's really moody.
It's really nice.
Everyone loves the lyrics. The lyrics are like kind of iconic. And then my number 2 is Ribs. Also a basic pick. We love Ribs.
We do.
There was like one performance she did. I don't remember what awards show it was, but she performed Ribs and there was like a glass tank sort of thing. And there was like a fake house party going on in the tank.
Whoa.
And I think that like solidified Ribs as a favourite of hers for me, because that performance was just stunning. I don't know what it was about it, but it really, really like made the song click for me.
Love that.
And then my number 1 is Buzzcut Season. I just love that song. It's like by a mile my favourite Lorde song.
Noelle, you're not a singles man, are you?
I'm not singles. I mean, I fully put like no singles on that, but Buzzcut Season is a big one.
Love it.
Buzzcut Season, if I made a top 10, it would be there. But also,
it'd be a top 10.
She only has like
20 songs.
Yeah. That's like the top quarter of her discography.
Literally, yeah.
So
Right. I think it's my turn now.
Yeah, go on.
So a lot of it is nostalgia based for me. My number 5 is also Yellow Flicker Beats. I completely agree with Noel about how it's totally different from what she does. My number 4 is also Homemade Dynamite. Yes!
Wow.
I know. I feel like we are soul sisters right now. Yeah, I also put Remix 2 next to it. So sorry, AJ.
You're not hurting my feelings.
I actually liked it. I know that it didn't make a whole lot of sense, but I just thought that it was fun seeing people collaborate with Lorde in a different way. My number 3 is Tennis Court. I just have so many memories of like being back in California with my like dad and my friends and stuff, and driving through like the forests listening to this like listening to all of Pure Heroin Deluxe and stuff.
That's so
like
nice.
And so like basically all my top are from Pure Heroin.
Great.
So number 2, sorry everyone, it has to be Royals because that is what got me into Lorde.
The first time Royals has been mentioned.
I know, I'm shocked.
It is.
It is a banger and we all know it. And my number 1 is Team.
Wow.
Yes, deserved.
Well deserved.
That is such a good song. Okay, Griff.
All right. I've got 2 that haven't been mentioned yet. Okay,
Ooh,
so
yes.
All right.
number 5 from Melodrama, Supercut.
Oh, that was so close to make my top 5.
I just like the concept of it. Like the fact that you play a supercut of however a relationship went. I just think that makes sense. And then Team, number 4.
Respect.
Nice. Perfect.
We love it. Can never tell when the drums come in, and it always keeps me on edge because it just comes in with that.
Sorry, can we get that one more time? Yeah, thank you.
It actually is pretty accurate, to be honest.
I think, I was going to say,
Yeah.
are you playing the track?
Exactly.
Number 3, I'm with you, AJ, Liability.
Yes.
I think it's beautiful. Number 2, controversial, hasn't been mentioned before, White Teeth Teens.
Ooh, yes, love that one.
Teens are up for it.
The way that you could say any Lorde song and I'd be like, deserved.
Yeah,
deserved.
I know.
Yeah.
I just like that the drums are fun.
Yeah.
I can't even I would never think of doing them like that. And then really basic. But number 1 is Royals.
Yes.
Nice.
Because I just think it's annoyingly simple, and I'm annoyed I haven't done that production-wise. Because it's just drums.
The first time I heard that song, I was annoyed.
Yeah, I was annoyed.
I was like, this is so good.
Yeah. It's just drums. It has a similar effect on me as Issues from Julia Michaels because that's just strings. And I think, why didn't I just do that? Because it's simple.
It's so minimalistic.
Are you a big Julia Michaels fan?
Do you know what? I am a big Julia Michaels fan. I would argue that I prefer her songwriting to some of her artist stuff, but I'm still all round here for it.
I would say my favorite Julia Michaels song, Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just love when people are vocal like that.
Yeah, that's fun. I'd say mine is Lose You to Love Me, but Selena Gomez.
Yes.
Love me. Nice.
That is such a good, thank you. That is
Beautiful.
such a good song.
And also, it's really cleverly written. Wait, it's like, how's the chorus? I needed to hate you to find me or something. Basically, those last 2 words, and then lose you to love me. It was like, lose you to find me, hate you to love me, and then lose you to love me at the end. I thought, wow.
I love doing math.
Yeah. It was mathematical. It was.
So that was our Lorde top 5. We have strayed far from Lorde. But thank you so much for joining us, Griff.
No, thank you for having me.
We know that you're going to be performing at the Brits on the 11th of May.
Yeah.
And anything else coming up? The 11th of June, a month afterward, is your album mixtape.
Mixtape.
Yes.
And then, I mean, if you're from the UK, come and see me on tour in October.
Yeah.
And if not, I have no idea what else is going on. So, I don't know, just like follow me or something and I'll keep you updated.
So if people want to find you and find out what you're doing, where can they lurk you, love you?
At Whiffy Griffy, anywhere.
I love that. Was that your handle before?
Yeah. That was my handle when I was in school. And it never left.
Comment below. Let us know what you think about this episode, what you want to hear next time, and let us know what you think of Griff's stuff.
Or don't if it's not too nice.
Yeah, tell us your least favorite song on her EP.
Yeah, tell me your least favorite song, because that will make everyone listen to every single song.
Yes, exactly.
Yes,
You have to
several
go
times
through.
because they have to be sure.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Thank you so much, Griff. Bye, everyone.
Thanks. See ya. Bye.